Okay, let's continue from skill 3. Okay, using simple formulas with numbers. In mathematics, you use symbols for addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So in spreadsheet, we can use these symbols as well. Uh, but little bit different than the division and multiplication. Multiplication side is uh, asterisk, which you can find it in your numpad right side in your key on your keyboard, and also division is a slash symbol. Addition and subtraction are same. Okay, in a spreadsheet, to enter a formula, we have to enter an equal sign first. So let me to just make a few examples related to it. So when you enter inside of a cell, you have to press equal, which you can use shift button for that, because there are some buttons that there are two symbols on it. To reach the upper symbol, we have to use shift. Just 1 second. Shift. Okay. So when I press equal, I can do any calculation. For example, 1 plus 2. When I press enter, it will calculate. Or 3 multiplied by 7. Enter. 8 divided by 4. 9 minus 5. So I can do all calculations in Excel, but first I have to write equal symbol. And when I finish the formula, I have to press enter. So, by the way, in the formula bar, you can see the written formula. Okay, this is formula bar. Formula bar. Okay, and also if you want to see what you did, you can use formula bar, but if you double click on your cell that you wrote a formula, you can see your formula there as well. When you press enter, it will quit from that cell. Okay. As you see, here is the result, and here is the formula bar. Okay, let's continue. So here it is showing how we can save a file that I did uh, before. Okay, you can do this exercise like I did. So let's do it together. I'm going to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division to A1, B1, C1, and D1. So as I told you before, you can select all of them and press del button uh, uh, in your keyboard, del key. So you can make an addition equal 3 plus 5, for example. Enter. To B1, 8 minus 7. Enter. C1, 4 multiplied by, I forgot to write equal 4 multiplied by 3. And let's say uh, 6 divided by 2. As I told you, you can see the formulas of each of them in formula bar, or you can just double click and see what is it written here. Okay, this is doing the exercises that I explained to you. In the sentence form, let me to just talk about that. Look, in cell A2 is you are going to do something in A2. Write a formula to add the numbers 3 and 2 and 3 together. So you have to write 2 plus 3 in cell A2. Okay, so just check these sentences, try to understand them because it is important. Like here, B2, in cell B2, write a formula to subtract 4 from 10. So subtract 4 from 10 means 10 minus from 4. Or divide 12 by 4 is 12 divided by 4. Or uh, multiply 3 by 8 is 3 multiplied by 8, same thing. But subtraction, especially, is you have to consider. If you misunderstand it, you will make the inverse, just opposite. Here, check the tips as well. Subtracting 2 from 5. I'm going to subtract number 2 from 5. 5 minus 2. Okay, till now we use formulas as just numbers, but we can use cell references for that. So let me to show you. If in A I have 4 and in B I have 5. And if in C I want to see the multiplication of these two numbers. If I write 4 multiplied by 5, yes, this is the result of this two numbers multiplication. But when I change this one to 7, nothing happens here. I have to change this as 7 as well, which it is not a correct way in computers world. So how we can do? We can use cell references. What was cell references? The name of the address of each cell or the location of each cell is called cell reference. So instead of writing the digits, I can write the cell reference. How I can write? I can go over just select one cell, press plus, and if I want, I can write its name, B1. So in two ways you can do it. You can let me to do any other number, 6 divided by 2, let's say. You can either write the cell name. What is the cell name that you want to use for division? A3, cell reference. You can write A3 divided by, or for the other, you can select the cell directly. Just press on the cell that you are going to use. Press enter. This is the result. So you can use addition, division, subtraction, multiplication by using references. So here I made a division. If I make this one 3, it means 6 divided by 3. The result will be 2. If I make this one 10, which means 10 plus 5, it will be 15. Now it is automatically updating the result. So this is the thing that we want. So instead of writing A1 and B1, you can just click on them as I just showed to you. Okay, let's do the exercise that we in previous part we did, I think. I'm going to erase all this part just by using del. Let me to erase this format as well. If I select no border, it will clear. Okay, now there is no border. You can also look. This is starting from A10, and I want to start it from A1. What I can do, first let me to say, you can just delete one column or one row. To delete a row, just go to the line number, right click your mouse and select delete. Here it is seal. You have to select delete. Okay, now it is, as you see, number one is in A9 now, and number two A10. To delete multiple rows, just this time you select uh, several rows like this, just by pressing select one, for example, here, row one, press the left button of the mouse, I mean, hold left button of the mouse, and just drag it to down. And again, right click, delete. Right click means right button of the mouse. Okay, let's give two numbers, 8, let's say 9 and 3. So to add these two numbers, I have to make equal B1 plus B2. To subtract these two numbers, I have to make again B1 minus, sorry, it should be B2. Look, by the way, Excel is also just giving you a hint if you selected correct cell or not. Okay, enter. To multiply them, let's select again B1, multiply by the asterisk symbol. Do not use cross, not cross, just multiplication symbol in mathematics. Don't use X, it is asterisk. Enter. And for division, equal 9 divided by 3. Okay. So let me to also put a header. Let's say I want to put a header uh, just above of this data and labels. This time I have to insert a cell, insert a line. So again, I'm coming first line, select the first line, right click, insert. Okay, now I added one line. Then I want to use a header here. Let's say its name is calculator. But I want to be in centered. So in Excel, it is not like Word. It is more limited in this kind of this kind of features are more limited, but we have a way to just use it as a kind of title or header. Just select both cells, then press merge and center. In home tab, merge and center. When you click this, as you see, it will just make one cell from two cells And now there is no border, no limitation to go center for the uh, header. We used merge and center. Also, you can just make it another color by using fonts. Let's make it red. We can make it bold. We can just use fill color to change the color to, let's make it this one. Okay. And also I can select all cells and make all borders. So it is more understandable and more attractive now. So also these digits are just the data, but these are the results. These are have some formulas. So let's say make this two as well different color. Uh, I don't have a reason to make it. I just make it to see with different color because these are all the data, but these are just formulas. That's fine. Okay. So we did another kind of calculator. So here it is actually explaining this. So enter any number in cell B10 and another number in cell B11, like that. Of course, here the book didn't just delete the lines, but I did it and show to you. Okay, all these things are all the things is written. We did. Okay, we have another keyword, function. A set of instructions that are followed when a keyword is entered. So there's a keyword for a function, and when it is written, system does, the Excel does the things that the features of that function. So we have several functions, thousands of functions in Excel. For now, I'm not going to show how to write a function from the beginning. I'm going to show you the predefined, I mean, just prepared by Excel, ready functions, and we will use it. Okay. Some function is adding all the numbers. For example, let's say I have these numbers. Okay, I can add all these numbers by writing equal and write 1 plus 5 plus and blah, blah, blah. But this will take so long. And think about that If we have thousands of numbers, it will take maybe 2 or 3 days to calculate them. But by using sum function, it is very easy. The first thing is to select is cells that I want to use in sum function. So you can find sum function in home tab in editing group. This sigma symbol is means sum. So you can directly just use this one, or you can just use this arrow to select the other functions. That selects sum. When I press sum, it added all these numbers to me. This is sum function, sum. When you go over that cell that I calculated the sum function, you will see the function itself. We are not going to use it for now. We just use it from this part. But as an information, this is topla because it is in Turkish, but it is sum like this in English. Okay. Also, I can make other thing. Let's erase this one. I can find the average of all these numbers. Again, I will select all these cells. Again, this part. This time I will select the average. It is a Turkish ortalama, but you have to select average. It will written like average or the short name AVG. Okay. Or I'm erasing this one as well. I selected this part. I can find the minimum number. En küçük. Sorry. The smallest number is 1. It is same in Turkish. En küçük means minimum. I write it wrong. I double click on it and enter inside and edit, enter. And another function, let me to write this one as well. You can find maximum en büyük. Let me do it again. So the maximum numbers among all these series is 9. Maximum. Okay, so we can find use this predefined functions to calculate this kind of data. And also the last one is count. Count is counting the numbers or digits. So if its system sees any numbers or digits, it will count. Again, from here we can use sayıları say in Turkish. but it is count symbol, count for function. It is 12. What is 12? We have 12 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. But if I put any text here, it will not count the text. Okay. If I put anything else, it will not do it. Also, just remember that if you write a text with a number or digit, it will be again a text like this. We have a digit, but it is still text. By the way, automatically it is just converting it to some date. I hope this one will not do it. Okay. So this is digit, this is text, but both of them are text. And just remember that the digits are just aligning right by default and text aligning left by default. By default means their nature. Sorry, text. Okay. So we have a tip. Instead of writing the cell references, you can hold your left mouse button down to highlight all the cells you want to use. So it is talking this one that I showed you. Just highlight all of them, just to select the cells that you want to make something. Okay, here it is explaining the things that I explained. As I told you, I'm not going to show you this formula, how you can do it. You can just use that ready. Let me to show you. Like auto sum button here. Predefined buttons. Okay. One more thing, replicating or copying a formula. Replicate means copy of something. I mean, for example, the in Korea, I think they are doing the replicates of the famous brands of mobile phones. I mean, they are making replicate of Samsung phone. So every feature seems same. So replicate means copy. Uh, Data is a single number or word. Okay, copying or replicating a formula. You can copy data from one place to another, and you can also copy formulas. So when you copy a formula, it changes the cell references that it uses. There are two ways that you can copy a formula. I showed only one of them, so I want to from you to do it only one way. I'm skipping this part. So when you click on a cell, there's a small square in the bottom right corner of the cell. This is the fill handle. So we are going to replicate the formulas or the cells and cell data by using fill handle. Okay, let's do an example related to that. So let's delete. Okay, let's say here number one, number two, and uh, total. Let's say I'm going to add these two numbers and write the total here. Let's say number one is 2, number 2 is 3. Let's write some numbers like this. Okay. To add these two numbers, it is easy. We are going to write equal number 1 is A in A2 plus number 2 is in A B2 and enter. And I can also do the same thing for this one plus this one, enter. Okay, we have only four lines, so it is not so hard for me to do it. But what if we have thousands of lines? So the replication gives us an advantage to just copy the formulas if we are going to do same type of operation. How we can copy the formula? Just go right bottom, you will see the black cross. And just select the cell and move down till the end of your data that you want to replicate. When you press, when you release the button, it will calculate all the formulas. So look, I didn't say that to do this, but it is adding A5 to B5. This one is A4 to B4. So it is just, when I make it like that, it is just top to down, replicating uh, the formulas. And this way, I will just press this cross and move it down. It's called fill handle. Okay, this method is fill handle method. I will only ask this one to you. Okay. So you can only need to check the underlined parts. If you check this video, it is more than enough for you. You can write the activities that it is written and underlined on the book. And also you can check the homeworks that I gave to you. So it is enough for exam. The next part is creating a graph, but we are not going to do it for now. Okay, that's all.